Good morning, everybody. Mm. That's good. Happy Friday, TGINF. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all can hear me okay. I guess you can. Let's see who we got hanging out here. We have Darren Birds. Good morning. Thumbs up, he says. Thank you, Darren. We got a few of them going over there. Wilson Rubottom. Good morning, sir. Leo Steger in Pinkerton, Ohio. How you doing, Leo? He also says give a thumbs up. Dave B's here. How you doing? Happy Friday to you, sir. Jesse's here. Larry Gold is here. Good morning, TGIF. Clyde's here this morning. Gary Hammett. Good morning. My favorite solar man right there. How you doing, Ryan? Monroe Cook. Why am I seeing so many names, but I'm not seeing very many? I don't understand that. Maybe YouTube's having some dadgum issues or something. I don't know. Who knows with him? All right, Jim Senicola, how you doing, Jim? Another dreary day, says. Well, I hate that it's dreary in Michigan because it is beautiful here where I'm at. It's going to be cooler. It didn't get very warm. Oh, there goes my thing. I got my speed test set up, and I can see it's got the little warning there. And I look over there, and it's all blurry. Lord have mercy. I may just have to give up this morning gig because I was going to try to make it to. We are on, for those of you who keep track, and I doubt if anybody does, we are on number 446, which means we're, 54 away from a nice round 500. So, yeah, that speed test says it's 20, but it's blurry right now as I'm looking at it, for crying out loud. I'm wondering if YouTube's got something going on. Who knows? Ah, Lou's here this morning. How you doing, Lou? Good to see you. Saw that awesome Cleveland Brown things you put up there the other day. That looked pretty cool. Looked really cool, as a matter of fact. George Rothfuss. Did I mention you, George? I don't think I did. How you doing? Yeah, for some reason today, I don't know why, I'm having a little trouble getting going. I just moving a little slow this morning. I didn't. It's not like I stayed up real late. I did get out there in the garage yesterday and shoot some more video, and then I came in uh, yesterday evening and was in here editing the video. So I've got just a little bit more to do today, and should have it ready to go. I think it's going to look pretty cool. Um, let's see. Jim says video is clear to him. Okay, well, it's cleared up now. But there's this little thing up here on StreamYard, and it'll pop up, and it looks kind of like a Wi-Fi symbol where it'll show you how many bars, and it'll have like the first bar lit, and that's it, and it'll say connections unstable or something like that. So I don't know what the heck's going on. Like I said, I'm getting tired of this mess because according to the speed thing, I should have well more than enough to do this live stream without any issues. But Larry's sounds like Larry's going to get him a laser of some kind. He says, now I'm looking at the Comgo Z110. Oh, Z1 10 watt laser. Best price I've seen for a 10 watt. Yeah, I will tell you, Larry, you got to make sure you read the fine print on those lasers, because a lot of those lasers they advertise as like 10 watt, 15 watt, 20 watt, but that's the input power, not the laser power coming out. So make sure you know what you're getting. Now there's one, and I think it was that one you mentioned the other day. I can't think of what it is. Is it the I don't remember what it was. But anyway, there's one that actually uses, they call it a 10 watt laser, but it uses two 5 watt laser diodes in it. And I think one shoots down this way and another one comes in this way and hits mirrors, and then they join or something. So you get 10 watts that way. But I don't remember what one that is. Okay. Larry says that one's got a dual 5 watt. Okay, all right. I just want to warn you because, like I said, I've seen people in the Facebook groups complaining that they got fooled, and they think they're buying a 20 watt laser, and then it's not 20 watt output power. It's like 2 or 5 or something. Which that's what mine is. It's only a 5.5, I think. But they even called it something else, called it more than that. But I think they called it 20 or something like that. I can't remember. But I did my little research on YouTube and watched a lot of videos and saw what people were talking about in the Facebook groups, and knew that's how a lot of them advertise them. They talk about the input wattage and not what comes out. But I hope you get one if that's what you're looking to do. I think you'd enjoy it and probably make some pretty dadgum cool stuff with it, I think. Excuse me. And, I think, of course, I've got one of the old JTech lasers and stuff that you can put on the CNC and stuff. But I wouldn't even recommend that to anybody anymore, because these little standalone desktop lasers have become so cheap now, and they're way faster. They're just the better way to go, I think. And like that one, of course, I've got it in that enclosure. But if you wanted to, say you were a bowl turner or something, and then wanted to use it to engrave your logo or something on the bottom of your bowls, you could still do it with that. Of course, I'd probably take it out to the garage because that's why I got the enclosure for the fumes. But you could just, because it don't stand very high, but you can stack it up as high as you want, and it'll still, you could put a big old bowl under there or whatever. Which a lot of people do that. I didn't do it because I wasn't planning on doing any of that. But some people will make their enclosures where it's like double the thickness of mine, and then they can pull that thing out and slide something big on the bottom of it and put their logo or whatever on it. But they're pretty cool. I think you would enjoy one. I think you would. Let's see. George says today in his neck of the woods, scattered showers, high 44, low 35, currently on my deck 47. Well, let's see. Let's see. I can get out of here. Let me see what my weather's supposed to be. I didn't even watch the stuff this morning. Like I said, I had a hard time getting going this morning and just been kind of lollygagging around. We got a red flag watch for fire weather because apparently the humidity's going to be super low. Okay, they're saying it's 49 here. Feels like 47. Let's see what it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's going to stay cool, looks like. By lunchtime, it's going to be about 59. And as I scroll down, looks like that's the high. So not going to get that warm, but it's really sunny. And looks good out there anyway. All right. Lou says he's got a 7 watt and a 2 watt. Is that for your CNC that runs on a CNC machine? Larry says he's got 51 now, 84 later. Yeah. Yeah, they said after that rain came through, what day was it? Wednesday, I think. I don't even remember when it was. Now, anyway, whenever that came through and moved on, they said that we were going to stay cool for the next several days. So, which is okay. I don't care. As long as we don't have rain all the time. It's supposed to not have rain. So, that's good. But I kind of like it when of course, it's warmed up, and teased us with, it was like 77 or something the other day. But I kind of like it when we actually have a spring and we just don't go from, turn the furnace off for winter and immediately flip the air on for summer. So, because there's a couple of days it has got kind of warm in here. I'd turn the ceiling fans on because I'm thinking I am not turning that AC on just yet. Try not to do it, but you get a little toasty in here. Okay, Lou says he has the 2 watt CNC. Okay, and a 7 watt O2er. Okay, well that's what mine is, an O2er, but it's it's the Laser Master Pro 2, and I think that's a 5 or 5.5. I don't even remember now, but I think that's what it is. But it works really good. I really like it. I haven't used it much lately, but Lou says his CNC is a Shark HD4. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got to. I say I got to get back playing around with that, but I probably won't, just because, like I said, I bought that when it was cold, and I played around with it for a little bit, and then it started warming up. And once it warms up, I don't like to stay in the house. I'd rather be outside doing something. And I've got, good Lord knows, I got plenty to do out there. In fact, I think I was just looking out there. My grass needs cutting again because of that rain we had the other day. It's all popped up and stuff. So I'll probably see if I was going to use my John Deere lawn tractor the other day when I cut it, and it wouldn't crank. The battery was dead, so I had to put it on the charger and went ahead and cut it with the other mower. And then when I got done, it fired right up, and I backed it right back up into the building and put it away. Of course, now it's been a while, so I'm hoping it'll crank back up when I like to get, how you are. You always say, let me see if I can get one more season out of that battery. And I don't know how old that battery is. It probably needs replaced. But if I go out there and it's not holding the charge and dead again, I'll probably just go get another one. Clyde says, we have the lake effect, moderating temperature. Yep. I don't have no big old lake around here. Lee says the Pro 2 is nice. Yeah, I like it pretty well. But, it's when I started looking around, I watched tons of YouTube videos, these guys that, have every brand known to man, and they're doing the unboxing and review videos, and doing the, what do you call it, the little test tiles and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, it looks like, as of right this minute, that the O'Toole Laser Master Pro 2 is the best one, I guess. So that's what I ordered. And of course, a week later, there's something new out that's, I can't think of what's that other one, Larry? I think you mentioned it the other day, a D1 or something like that. Is it Tool D1 or something like that? I've heard some good things about that one. But I don't know. They're all pretty neat. But you also see, if you dabble around in Facebook groups very much, you'll also see that it's about, no matter what brand you pick, it's always about 50-50. Some people will love it and say they've had absolutely no trouble with it, and then other people will have all kinds of trouble with it. And I'm usually of the opinion that it's probably the people that are having trouble with it don't read the directions, or aren't patient enough to go watch a YouTube video and watch somebody that knows how to do it, stuff like that. Because I just, I've seen people talk horror stories about this one, and I'm like, I don't know nothing about them, and all I did was, watch some videos and put it together and took my time, and it worked just like it was supposed to. So I don't know what the deal is. But that's pretty much true with all the CNC stuff too. Some people will go, oh, man, I love my such and such. And then other people, oh, that thing's a piece of junk. I hate it. I got one, had nothing but trouble with it. And I'm like, yeah, it's weird how that works. Hey, there's old Bob Sims. How you doing, Bob? How's the little railroad thing going? How is the railroad thing going? Kenneth says, been loving your exploration of other CNCs. Have you looked into Stepcraft M1000? Interesting features, multi-level table, removable table for routing floors, surfaces, and vacuum table. No, I have not reached out to anybody that. Do you have one? And if you do, you're welcome to come on the show and talk about that. Or I can try to reach out to somebody with Stepcraft and see if they want to come. But I hadn't got around to them yet. There's still a bunch of them I haven't touched on yet. We've talked about. Let's see. We've talked about the digital wood carvers. We've talked about the Onefinity, Bob CNC. Let's see I can't even remember who else we've had on there. Of course, we've done a few where we've done the show and tell type shows and all that. Let's see. Lou says X-Tools, probably. X-Tools, that's what it is. I knew it had tool in the word. Yeah, X-Tools probably, but getting spendy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bob says, just building another loco. We'll send pics when done. Yeah, send the, I love to see them pics of that stuff. Bob has a lot of fun over there across the pond with that railroad stuff. That is some cool stuff. Kenneth says, I do not own one. I have a Gatton kit waiting to be built. A Gatton kit waiting to be built. That thing's not going to build itself, right? You got You got to get out there and get her done. It's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. Pretty much anybody can do it, I think. And I will say that with, put a little asterisk on the end of that. If you've got some common sense and know which end of a screwdriver to hold, you can probably do it. Because it's not that hard. Some people try to make it way harder than it is, and not just building mine, building any of them. They try to make it way harder than it is, and it's really not that hard. Been saying that for years. But anywho, I meant to say something yesterday. I couldn't remember. I had a brain fart, as I often do, and couldn't remember. I said, I know there's something else I was going to tell y'all about, and I couldn't remember what it was. Well, I thought of it right after I got off of here, and I was going to tell you about another documentary that I watched. And this one's not one of those dark ones like JR said. I watch all that dark stuff. Well, this one was kind of cool. And if you like to look back on, happier days and reminisce a little bit, this would be something you might enjoy watching. And it was kind of sad in a lot of ways, but I really enjoyed it. And the documentary was called Jasper Mall, like shopping mall. And it was the story of a not a super big one, but a pretty good size shopping mall. I think it was finished built in I want to say 1982 or something, because they showed pictures, like aerial pictures of it, and the parking lot was jammed and all that stuff, the way it used to be back in the good old days. But the whole documentary was talking to people that had, store owners that were in there. They talked to the guy that's he wore like 13 different hats. He was the security guy. He unlocked everything, turned the lights on, turned the lights off. He, made sure all the plants were watered. He, mopped the floors. He was maintenance, security, and just all kinds of things. But, so I don't know what year that came out, but they're showing it like, more like today's times, and where the shopping malls are just drying up to nothing. And like I said, parts of it were sad because there was these four little old men that, just would show up there, and they'd pick them out a table in the food court, and they'd play dominoes all day long. And then they'd get up and leave, come back the next day. And that's what they did. They sat there and played dominoes. And then one of the guys had, he was like in a wheelchair and had the oxygen tube thing going. And he'd had some big time health problems. Well, there at the end, that you see him, and there's a different guy, and that guy had passed away. So that was kind of a sad part. But another person, this lady was a florist there, and she was able to hang on for a really long time because with a florist, a lot of her orders were phone orders from like funeral homes and weddings and stuff like that. So she held on as long as she could, and then near the end of it, she had to, retire and go ahead and close up because there just wasn't any people walking around in there. And they tried all kinds of stuff. They would have the local traveling carnival come, so they would let them come set up there in their parking lot because one, they had plenty of room, and two, it would help bring some people in. And But it was an interesting thing, and it's not. And I can tell you, I haven't been to a mall like that in probably 30 years, maybe longer than that. I don't know. But I can remember back in the day, back in even before the 80s, that was the thing to do. If you didn't have nothing to do, hey, let's go hang out at the mall, and we'd get a bunch of buddies or something. We'd go hang out at the mall. Maybe we'd buy something, maybe we wouldn't. Sometimes we'd just sit around in the middle of it and people watch and stuff like that. And it was YouTube just buffered over there, so it's it's having trouble again this morning. But yeah, that was the way you did it. Klondike's here this morning. How you doing? It says a little late. That's okay. You didn't miss anything. Didn't miss a thing. Kenneth says, wait a minute. Says, I know 2 and 3 year old. Oh, you got young kids, yeah. Yeah, that makes it a little difficult. Let's see. Ryan says, look up Class Action Park. Good doc on a water park in Jersey. All right, I'll have to look that one up. I hear somebody cranking up the lawnmower. I don't know if you can hear that, pick that up or not, but yeah, somebody's already out there. Got the lawnmower going. Well, my time is just about up. Got a couple minutes left on the timer. My coffee's getting cold. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call Spectrum. I don't think. I mean, I don't know whether my connection problems are part of that or no. It finally did. It's still not what I'm paying for. So I don't know what their deal is. Uh, George says the same story can be told across the USA. It is interestingly to watch the demise of downtown, then the demise of the mall. What can you point to that causes the shift? I don't know, but I've always said, and I'll still say it, because my little old hometown where I grew up, I've seen the same thing happen there. When a Walmart comes to town, everybody gets all excited and happy and stuff. It's just a slow death after that. Uh, I've seen it over and over and over again. But not everybody thinks the same way I do. So let's see. What else it says? Have a great weekend. I guess that means it's time to go, isn't it? When they start doing the thumbs up and have a great day, that tells me it's about time to get out of here. Guess I'll drink another cup of coffee, see if I can kind of get going good and get out there and finish up that video and that project. Yeah, it just says restart your router. Yeah, I probably should make it a practice to come when I go to come in and turn this on every day. I probably should unplug that and wait 30 seconds and then plug it back in and let it restart every single day. But shouldn't have to do it every day, you know. So I don't know. All right, that was my timer. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. I would say leave a thumbs up on the way out, but we got 12 watching and 12 thumbs up, so I guess everybody's hit it. If you haven't, hit it anyway, or hit the thumbs down too. I don't care. And we're gonna get out of here. Guess I'll be back Monday. If you're not doing nothing tonight, come hang out and watch or not tonight. Well, you can still watch tonight. You can see JR. I haven't seen him in here this morning, but he's doing a interview show with Fisher's Woodworking tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you don't have nothing to do, check that out. And Saturday night, if you don't have nothing to do, come check out my show, the Hobby CNC with Dave show. I got Hamilton Dilbeck coming on. Going to be talking with him about all kinds of CNC stuff. So come hang out with us. And other than that, we'll see y'all Monday. Everybody have a great weekend.